Program. The views and opinions expressed do not necessarily reflect that of WPDE ABC 15, WWMB CW 21, or its employees.
You're watching Carolina and Company on the road with the Laurinburg Chamber of Commerce. Your source for fun, entertainment, and events right here in Scotland County. With your hosts Cecil Chandler and Amanda Sellers. If it's happening in Scotland County, it's on right here.
And hello everybody, welcome to Carolina and Company Live. We are on the road, Laurinburg, Scotland County. We do it every Wednesday. And we bring you a lot of interesting things. And today, we've got a lot of interesting things.
That's right. In our host location, we're talking to a person. It's the principal of South Scotland Elementary School, Chuck Doolan. He was diagnosed with cancer back in November and wanted to give the kids kind of an incentive for a fundraiser, but also teach them a few things about cancer and that it's not just what happens to you, it's how you walk through it. It's a really inspirational story, and we're going to talk about that and their trip in just a little while. We've got a lot of cool stuff coming up.
A lot of neat stuff today, so you don't want to go anywhere. We'll be right back. Stay with us.
First warning weather with meteorologist Caitlin Wright.
Well, good Wednesday to you. Let's go ahead and talk about this chill that we have been seeing really this morning and now heading through the afternoon hours as well. So freeze alert definitely in effect. Though our freeze warnings drop at 11 a.m., we're still going to be left with very chilly temperatures. A cold Wednesday as wind chill temperatures will only be in the 30s and low 40s. Though actual temperatures, I'll get to that forecast in just 1 second, will be in the 40s, just low to mid to upper 40s. Not going to feel like that by any means though, and even colder tonight. Colder, yes, than what we saw this morning. Actual temperatures only going to be in the low to mid 20s. Luckily, we won't be dealing with a lot of those winds, so it's going to feel like it's in the low to mid 20s. And what does that mean? Well, devastation to crops and other sensitive vegetation. So hopefully you already have all the pets and the plants inside, and maybe just leave your faucets dripping ever so slightly so your pipes don't freeze either, as we are in store for another cold day and very cold evening. Here's your Wednesday afternoon forecast. Our actual temperatures will be in the 40s, mid to approaching the upper 40s, but holding on to those windy conditions. High pressure is dominating our area, and with that high pressure in the central portions of the country, clockwise rotation giving us our winds out of the north-northwest at about 15 to 25 miles per hour. So bringing us sunshine, but also cooling us down, as we will have clear skies once again heading into the overnight hours. Wednesday night heading into early Thursday morning, that's when we'll see that deepest freeze. We'll have our winds out of the northwest at about 5 to 10 miles per hour. So the good news is really not having to contend with those very strong winds, but we will be dealing with those freezing temperatures well below freezing in the low to mid 20s. Here's your Grand Strand 7-day forecast. 46 for your Wednesday. Plenty of sunshine over the next couple of days, all thanks to that high pressure. Not increasing that temperature until Saturday, where we'll see a high of 66. Also widely scattered showers across the PD and along the border belt today. A high of 47 with breezy conditions. Tonight, a low of 24.
You're watching Carolina and Company on the road with the Laurinburg Chamber of Commerce. We're showcasing different businesses and events to do right here in Scotland County. Brought to you by ABC 15 and the Laurinburg Chamber of Commerce.
And welcome back to Carolina and Company Live. Right now we're talking about a very important fundraiser that happened back in February.
That's right. We've got the principal with us now. And Chuck's going to tell us a little bit about now. Tell me about this fundraiser.
We're raising funds to send our kids, our fifth graders, to Williamsburg, Virginia. Yeah. It's their culminating fifth grade field trip. And this year, we're trying to help raise funds that we can send every fifth grader in the school. So as part of that, we've been doing fundraisers throughout the year. So this year, or this February, we said, well, we're going to sell Pepsi products. It wasn't a very popular fundraiser.
Right. So
I challenged them to sell 200 cases of Pepsi. I found out I would be losing my hair in chemotherapy. And so I said, okay, let's make a goal. We're going to turn this lemon into lemonade. So I asked my fifth grade teachers, what would be a great goal for us to do? They said, well, how about 200 cases? I said, okay, great. So I pulled them in the cafeteria. I said, all right, you sell 200 cases. I'll shave my head in front of the whole school. They sold 307 cases.
307?
Wow.
307.
All right, now, did you shave it yourself, Chuck, or you bring your hairdresser in to do
No, I
it?
brought my hairdresser in to do it.
But that's so worthwhile. That's an unbelievable, you know, it peps people up like that. You know, you give them something to do.
they were just ecstatic. They had a great time. We went outside and did it on the basketball court. We called all 430 students out there to watch it.
Wow.
And they started with chants, shave it off, shave it off. So, well, needless to say.
There it went,
shaved
right?
off, right.
Now, how many students are we talking about, you know, making the trip that you're trying to raise enough money for?
Right now, I think we have 40 plus students who are going to make the trip. Some students are not because their parents do not want them to go that far away from home.
Right.
Okay. And how
that's their
old are
choice.
these children? What grades?
They're fifth graders. They'd be 10, 11 years old.
Okay.
All right, now, it's going to take a little bit of money for this. Did y'all get enough money from this fundraiser?
We've had several fundraisers.
Okay.
And we mailed off the final check just the other day.
So are they going to be making it? It's going to be a big
They're
deal.
going to Virginia.
Oh, that's going to be cool. Now, when does that come up? When do they go to Virginia?
They go the second week in April.
Okay.
All right.
I think 11th of April is when they
So
leave.
it's coming up pretty soon.
It's coming up
Is that
pretty
kind of during their spring break
Right
time?
before spring break.
Okay. And what kind of stuff are they going to see when they go up
Oh,
there?
they have studied and worked on Colonial Williamsburg and been doing a lot of things in class with Colonial Williamsburg in revolutionary times. So it's going to be exceptionally valid and realistic for them.
Now, is South Scotland Elementary School the only one going at this time? Are there other schools from around the area?
Actually, Wagram Elementary School, I think, is going the very same time we are.
Okay.
All right, so it's a good history class.
It's a great history class.
Very good. If you could
Live
show me
history.
something, I can learn better than reading in a book. I really
Absolutely.
can.
Hands-on experience is
Absolutely.
always the better way to do it. Well, what a
Yeah.
cool idea. I think that's the neatest thing about
Yeah.
a fundraiser and challenging these students. They probably got a really big kick out of it.
Oh, absolutely. I was telling the PTO president the other day, I don't know what else they can do. I've been taped to the wall, and I've had my head shaved.
Tell us, can you tell me a little bit about yourself?
Yeah.
How long you've been in education? Just
yeah.
tell me a little bit about
This
you.
is my 25th year in education, my 5th year as a principal, my 2nd year at South Scotland. And I mean, it's my life. It's what I do.
It's your passion.
It's my passion.
Well,
That's
I think it's
fantastic.
great. I thought that was so neat, shaving your head. People
Sure.
will do it in a heartbeat to see somebody shave their head.
That's right. That's right.
Thanks,
That's
Chuck.
awesome.
We
Yeah.
appreciate
You're
it.
welcome.
What a good
My
sport.
pleasure.
All right, you guys, stick around. We'll be back.
The Laurenburg-Maxton Airport Industrial Park in Scotland County includes over 4,000 acres of prime industrial sites, with almost 1,800 acres ready for industrial and commercial development. The industrial park offers full-service infrastructure that includes a newly renovated runway, plus water, sewer, electric, and natural gas. So whether you're looking to build or simply expanding your current business, we invite you to come join the many businesses that already call the industrial park home. Call today.
Whether you're local or on your way home from the beach, stop in at exit 184 Laurenburg. Feeling hungry? Then stop in for a quick bite at the Doghouse Express. Order up a signature northern, southern, or hand-dipped corn dog. Need to get your car serviced? Then look no further than Haney's Tire and Recapping Service. Once you try us, we're sure you'll be back for more. And if you need a vehicle, stop in at Scotland Motors. You'll find over 400 pre-owned vehicles, and remember, go look at the rest, then come buy from the best.
Looking for a wonderful shopping experience? Then shop downtown Laurenburg. Hungry? Visit 215 on Main for a quick meal. Shirt Tales specializes in personalized garments for school, churches, clubs, and more. Find the perfect tuxedo rental and more at Harley's Tuxedo and Gifts. From trendy to obscure, you can find the perfect gift at Scotland Bling. If it's happening in Scotland County, you'll hear it first on 95.1, your hometown radio, WLNC. Shop downtown Laurenburg.
You're watching Carolina and Company on the road with the Laurenburg Chamber of Commerce. We're showcasing different businesses and events to do right here in Scotland County. Brought to you by ABC 15 and the Laurenburg Chamber of Commerce.
And welcome back to Carolina and Company Live. We're on the road up here in Laurenburg, Scotland County. And right now we're visiting the Scotland County Economic Development Corporation. And they've got something coming up.
They do. They have a recruiting event coming up. We're going to find out a little bit tell us about this event and just who is invited to come
Yeah,
out.
talk to me. Tell me right here. Look at me and talk to me, darling.
Okay. We're having the recruiting event on March 24th. We're having it from 9 to 2 here at the this building here, and we're hoping that persons that are looking for employment, don't have a job, we'd like for them to come out and to the job fair. Now, the jobs that are being recruited is through the North Carolina Department of Public Safety, and they are actively seeking military and civilian applicants for correctional officers 1, 2, and 3. They're also looking for health service personnel like RN, LPN, food services positions, case manager position, and maintenance positions. So those are a lot of jobs that are available by this.
They are.
A lot of jobs in a lot of different fields that you can get involved in. So you said this comes out, they need to just come out here 9 o'clock in the morning it starts. Do they need to do any sign up, or can they just show up?
They can just show up. It's open to the public. It's walk-ins are welcome. And there's a trailer that will be out front, and they will be taking applications, and there were persons inside talking about all the available jobs that they have. And there are many prisons, if you want to call them prisons, around that that are available. They have jobs that are available to the county or to the people in the county, and we hope that the public will take advantage of this event.
All right, now Mark, you're just providing the area for them to come out, right?
That's right. The Small Business Innovation Center is what the building is, and it was designed to house events such as this. We actually have a training going on right now. Industries in the community use our building, and this is just another way to get the word out for Scotland County. Scotland County, Golden Leaf, and Economic Development Association helped us with the construction of this building. And then for us to be able to use the building for on-the-job training or for job fairs is just ideal. It's just another way that we're helping the citizens of Scotland County.
Absolutely. It's kind of a hub for everyone to come in, use the facility if they need.
Absolutely.
And
Absolutely.
Like
it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if it's a two-person shop business or if it's such as today Smithfield Foods is using it. It doesn't matter. Anyone that needs to use the facility, as long as they are a business or an individual in Scotland County, can use our facility.
All right, now talking about economic development, what we got coming in for Laurinburg, Scotland County? Anything you can pass on to us?
I can't answer that question. But we have a lot of great things. We have several active projects that we're working on now.
Yeah.
Recently, we announced that Mount Air Foods is moving their feed mill operation to Scotland County. It's going to create about 65 jobs, 51,000 average paying job.
Wow.
We've got another contract that we get ready to enter into with a company, but nothing that I can speak about at this time.
All right, real quickly now,
I'd
give us a
like to
date, real quick, the date.
Okay, the date is March 24th, and 9 to 2.
Okay.
And it's located at 16800 US 401 in Laurinburg.
That's right. Just right. If you're looking for a job, this is the place to come, right, Betty?
Right here.
You got it. All right.
That's right. Y'all stick around. We got more coming up. All right, we're at Nick's Pick Quick, and you guys, if you want anything, a snack, lunch, all kinds of stuff, this is the place to go. You can even sit down and eat your lunch, or you can pick it quick and run out the door.
They've got fried chicken.
And lots of sides.
They've got pizza.
They've got drinks.
They've got nuts.
You want an almond?
No, thank you.
They've got stuff for your car, too. And if you need a pick-me-up, they've got great coffee.
Nick's Pick Quick.
With 16 locations.
One just around the corner from you.
This is not someplace you have to be. This is a place that you want to be.
You get that feeling when you come in that, wow, I'm home.
People that live in neighborhoods, they come and say, oh my gosh, I mean, it's so well developed.
6 o'clock this morning, I was in the fitness center. Will be tomorrow, walk in the days in between, swim.
Enthusiasm, that's what they have here, enthusiasm.
So come on down and join us. We'd love to have you.
Whether you're local or on your way home from the beach, stop in at exit 184 Laurinburg. Feeling hungry? Then stop in for a quick bite at the Doghouse Express. Order up a signature northern, southern, or hand-dipped corn dog. Need to get your car serviced? Then look no further than Haney's Tire and Recapping Service. Once you try us, we're sure you'll be back for more. And if you need a vehicle, stop in at Scotland Motors. You'll find over 400 pre-owned vehicles, and remember, go look at the rest, then come buy from the best.
Looking for a wonderful shopping experience? Then shop downtown Laurinburg. Hungry? Visit 215 on Main for a quick meal. Shirt Tales specializes in personalized garments for school, churches, clubs, and more. Find the perfect tuxedo rental and more at Harley's Tuxedo and Gifts. From trendy to obscure, you can find the perfect gift at Scotland Bling. If it's happening in Scotland County, you'll hear it first on 95.1, your hometown radio, WLNC. Shop downtown Laurinburg.
You're watching Carolina and Company on the road with the Laurinburg Chamber of Commerce. We're showcasing different businesses and events to do right here in Scotland County. Brought to you by ABC 15 and the Laurinburg Chamber of Commerce.
And welcome back to Carolina and Company Live. On the road, we're getting ready for a Civil War reenactment. Now, it's going to take place at the North Carolina Rural Heritage Center, all of this area that we're in right now. And this is a little neat thing that we're talking about. Man, I love reenactments.
Yeah, absolutely. It's going to be right over here next to us. We have Corey with us. Corey, talk about this event and talk about what's going to happen.
It's going to be this Saturday, and the Civil War rises again for us. It's going to be a little different than most people have been to Civil War reenactments. Like, we do everything here in Scotland County, a little more intimate, a little more close up. You've been out here for the Highland Games. You're right on the area with the athletes. For the Storytelling Festival, we don't have a big tent. We've got a bunch of little tents. Same thing here. We're going to have about 40, 50, 60 guys. Instead of being way out in a field, where they're far away, they're going to be right next to the folks who are going to be able to watch and get involved with the skirmishes and the battles that are taking place. It was so intimate that last year they caught one of the Union soldiers, and they said, do we execute him here or do we take him to the general? and almost like a reality TV show, you were able to vote as to what you wanted to have happen. So it's a much more intimate, close-up interaction with the reenactors, and a lot more interesting.
And so the crowd really gets involved.
Very much involved, and they can ring around the area, the skirmishes. They start fighting back in the woods, and then they'll come up into the field. But even beyond the skirmishes, there's a lot of other things that will be taking place that you can get involved with as well. So there's a number of campsites, and you can go in and you can talk to the reenactors and see what they're up to and what they think. I was in a tent last year, and a father and son showed up. They handed the father a cup of coffee off the fire that they were cooking the coffee on.
Cool.
And talked about that. We're going to have a military medical tent, and they'll talk about the challenges they had back in the Civil War from a medical standpoint. And then we'll have a general's tent. You can actually walk in, listen to the general, talk to the folks, the lieutenants, what are we going to do in the next skirmish, how are we going to battle it, and then watch them actually do it a little while later. So it's all very up close and personal.
This is a history lesson for everybody. They get to learn what happened back during the Civil War, and they get to see it.
Absolutely.
And that's the cool part.
And we'll also have a number of authors, and to your point, a history lesson, we'll have a number of professors out here that'll be able to answer any questions that folks have throughout the day as to the challenges that took place.
All right, now how long has this been going on? How long have we been doing
This is only our second year that we've done
year?
it. We did it last year, startled a few people because the cannon shots are going off. People in town are going, what's going on? But it's supposed to be a beautiful day, and it's going to be out here at the North Carolina Rural Heritage Center. Everything's free to come out for the reenactment. The John Blue House, which is sort of the centerpiece of the center, will be open, giving tours. Back here where the field is the Heritage Village. We have homesteads, a tobacco barn, other things, they'll all be open. And then across the street we have two museums, the Indian Museum of the Carolinas, which is a celebration of Native American Indian culture in the Carolinas and beyond. And then also the Agriculture and History Museum.
Okay.
And that has a lot of inventions and an incredible amount of antique cars that'll be there too.
Hey, well, this really gets me because these people, when they go into reenactment, they get the real, the realistic looking guns, their outfits, everything looks like it's actually during the Civil War.
And the folks that are doing it are true historians themselves. They've studied up on it, and a lot of them represent specific regiments that fought, and they know the history of all that. And they take it seriously, they have fun, and they get the crowd involved, which is really fun as well.
All right, so tell us again, time, date, and it's free to the public. Everyone come out.
This Saturday, the 18th, it's from 10 to 5. Everything will be open. If you need more information, go to laurinburg-civilwar.com. It has all the information you need.
All right, fantastic.
Thanks, Corey.
That's
we
right.
appreciate it.
Sure thing. We've got a lot more coming up on today's show. You guys stick around and we'll be back. All right, we're at Nick's Pick Quick, and you guys, if you want anything, a snack, lunch, all kinds of stuff, this is the place to go. You can even sit down and eat your lunch, or you can pick it quick and run out the door.
They've got fried chicken.
And lots of sides.
They've got pizza.
They've got drinks.
They've got nuts.
You want an almond?
No, thank you.
They've got stuff for your car, too. And if you need a pick-me-up, they've got great coffee.
Nick's Pick Quick,
With 16 locations.
one just around the corner from you.
This is not someplace you have to be. This is a place that you want to be.
You get that feeling when you come in that, wow, I'm home.
People that live in neighborhoods, they come and say, oh my gosh, I mean, it's so well developed.
6 o'clock this morning, I was in the fitness center. Will be tomorrow. Walk in the days in between. Swim.
Enthusiasm, that's what they have here. Enthusiasm.
So come on down and join us. We'd love to have you.
The Laurinburg-Maxton Airport Industrial Park in Scotland County includes over 4,000 acres of prime industrial sites, with almost 1,800 acres ready for industrial and commercial development. The industrial park offers full-service infrastructure that includes a newly renovated runway, plus water, sewer, electric, and natural gas. So whether you're looking to build or simply expanding your current business, we invite you to come join the many businesses that already call the industrial park home. Call today.
Looking for a wonderful shopping experience? Then shop downtown Laurinburg. Hungry? Visit 215 on Main for a quick meal. Shirt Tales specializes in personalized garments for school, churches, clubs, and more. Find the perfect tuxedo rental and more at Harley's Tuxedo and Gifts. From trendy to obscure, you can find the perfect gift at Scotland Bling. If it's happening in Scotland County, you'll hear it first on 95.1, your hometown radio, WLNC. Shop downtown Laurinburg.
You're watching Carolina and Company on the road with the Laurinburg Chamber of Commerce. We're showcasing different businesses and events to do right here in Scotland County. Brought to you by ABC 15 and the Laurinburg Chamber of Commerce.
And welcome back to Carolina and Company Live. We're over here at Scotland Healthcare, and every time we come up here, we learn something new about this hospital system. Today, we're in the Cancer Center talking about colon cancer. March is Colon Cancer Awareness Month. We're going to find out a little bit about it.
That's right. We've got Leslie with us and Dr. Chip Helms, of course, from Darlington, South Carolina, my hometown. And we're going to talk a little bit about colon cancer because, you know, this is something we hear a lot about. Now, you know, talk a little bit about it, Doc.
Well, colon cancer is one of the more common cancers that we see in the United States and treat. And it occurs in men as well as in women, and it is a cancer for which we do have effective screening tests. A screening test is a test that can be done to detect the presence of a cancer before it is large enough to cause symptoms. And the thought is that by detecting a cancer earlier, you have more effective treatments and you're more likely to be able to impact the risk of death from that particular cancer. And we do have a number of effective tests for colorectal cancer.
All right, now colonoscopies, how often do you get them after you're 50?
Well, it depends on risk factors, and there are a number of risk factors. We know there are certain conditions such as inflammatory bowel disease that can put you at an increased risk of colorectal cancer. There are certain families where you have increased genetic risk of developing colorectal cancer, or if you have a first-degree relative who has a history of colorectal cancer, you should be screened earlier and probably more often. The screening tests, there are a number of tests that are non-invasive tests that can be done just evaluating the stool, either for the presence of blood or the presence of genetic material from cancer cells, and these can be done in the privacy of your home or in the physician's office, and these should be done annually. And of course, if you have an abnormal test, they should be followed up by a colonoscopy. And then there are more invasive, and those tests primarily detect malignant cancers once they're established. Yeah. And then there are also tests that can not only detect malignant cancers once they're established, they can also detect pre-malignant benign growths called polyps, which if those are found, they can be removed during the procedure and significantly reduce the risk of you even developing a cancer. So for colonoscopy, they typically recommend that you have a colonoscopy done beginning at age 50 for men and women with just normal risk factors, and those are repeated. If they're negative, you just do them at 10-year intervals.
Okay. All right. Now, Leslie, what are you guys doing here at Scotland Healthcare for Colon Cancer Awareness Month? You've got little flyers you're handing out. Tell me about what you're doing.
Right. So we want people who are over the age of 50 to get their colonoscopy scheduled, and we have 2 surgical offices who can provide colonoscopies. We have Marble Surgical Associates in Bennettsville, and we have Scotland Surgical NGI here in Laurinburg. And if you would like to, you could call the office and schedule your colonoscopy with either one of those offices. Okay, now you've been handing out these flyers. You said you've handed out over like 2,000 flyers already to everywhere around. I mean, why is this important to Scotland Healthcare to do this? we really need to reach out to those over 50 who are a little hesitant about getting that screening colonoscopy. And so this is a way that we can do it, to put a paper in their hands to show them facts that they need to know, and the information where they can schedule that colonoscopy here.
I guess a lot of people sometimes maybe don't think about this, doctor. They don't think,
Well,
I'm okay, I don't have any symptoms.
Well,
but early
and, you know,
detection is such.
And people are kind of reticent to have these procedures done because they have a reputation for being uncomfortable, and the preparation for a colonoscopy used to be somewhat rigorous. And
Sure.
of course, everything has improved greatly, so the procedures are very well tolerated. The prep is very well tolerated now, so it's not nearly as onerous a procedure as it was just 10 or 15 years ago.
But very, very important.
Yeah, I've had
That
two
is.
of them. I've had two of them.
And I've had two, and it's not bad.
I know
And
it.
it's
You
like-
still have to drink the juice and all?
Yeah, you do,
Oh,
but it's not as rigorous a prep as it used to be. I might add that it's estimated that only 60% of Americans are currently following screening guidelines, and we know that patients who are screened regularly, that you do have a significant reduction in the mortality from colorectal cancer who are screened because you do find it at an early stage.
Thanks,
All
Doc.
right, yep,
I appreciate
thank you
it.
for all that information. You guys stick around, we'll be back. All right, we're at Nick's Pick Quick, and you guys, if you want anything, a snack, lunch, all kinds of stuff, this is the place to go. You can even sit down and eat your lunch, or you can pick it quick and run out the door.
They've got fried chicken.
And lots of sides.
They've got pizza.
They've got drinks.
They've got nuts.
You want an almond?
No, thank you.
They've got stuff for your car, too. And if you need a pick-me-up, they've got great coffee.
Nick's Pick Quick.
With 16 locations.
One just around the corner from you.
This is not someplace you have to be. This is a place that you want to be.
You get that feeling when you come in that, wow, I'm home.
People that live in neighborhoods, they come and say, oh my gosh, I mean, it's so well developed.
6 o'clock this morning, I was in the fitness center. Will be tomorrow. Walk in the days in between. Swim.
Enthusiasm, that's what they have here, enthusiasm.
So come on down and join us. We'd love to have you.
The Laurinburg-Maxton Airport Industrial Park in Scotland County includes over 4,000 acres of prime industrial sites, with almost 1,800 acres ready for industrial and commercial development. The industrial park offers full-service infrastructure that includes a newly renovated runway, plus water, sewer, electric, and natural gas. So whether you're looking to build or simply expanding your current business, we invite you to come join the many businesses that already call the industrial park home. Call today.
Whether you're local or on your way home from the beach, stop in at exit 184 Laurinburg. Feeling hungry? Then stop in for a quick bite at the Doghouse Express. Order up a signature northern, southern, or hand-dipped corn dog. Need to get your car serviced? Then look no further than Haney's Tire and Recapping Service. Once you try us, we're sure you'll be back for more. And if you need a vehicle, stop in at Scotland Motors. You'll find over 400 pre-owned vehicles, and remember, go look at the rest, then come buy from the best.
You're watching Carolina and Company on the road with the Laurinburg Chamber of Commerce.
We've had a great show today here on Carolina and Company Live on the road in Scotland County. And that Civil War reenactment, that seems really cool to go see, huh?
That's going to be exciting. Now, there might be some people up here looking for jobs. Don't forget the job fair that's coming up might find you a job. There's so many things happening up in the Laurinburg, Scotland County area, and we come here every week. And guess what?
That's right. We'll be here next week.
You got that right. Thanks for joining us today.
See you later. Have a great one.
Carolina and Company Live is sponsored by the businesses, organizations, and groups featured in this program. The views and opinions expressed do not necessarily reflect that of WPDE ABC 15.